Video 19, Writing Smart Objectives, Area 2, both sub-competencies 2.3.3. Review the learning objectives for this video. Alright, now we are getting into what I would call one of the most valuable tools in your entire planning toolkit, and that is the SMART framework. This is arguably the single most important concept in the planning section of the Certified Health Education Specialist and Master Certified Health Education Specialist exams, so I really want you to feel confident with this. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Let us break down each component together. Specific means the objective clearly identifies who will do what. It answers the questions: who is the priority population? What behavior or outcome is expected? Measurable means you can quantify the expected change. This requires a number, percentage, or concrete indicator that can be assessed. Achievable means the target is realistic given available resources, time, and capacity. Setting an objective to eliminate all smoking in a community within 1 month would not be achievable. A more realistic target might be a 5 to 10% reduction over 12 months. Relevant means the objective aligns with and supports the broader program goals and mission. Every objective should connect back to what the program is trying to accomplish. If your program goal is to reduce childhood obesity, then an objective about adult tobacco use would not be relevant. Time-bound means there is a specific deadline or time frame. Without a timeline, there is no accountability. Now let me show you what a well-written SMART objective looks like. It might read, by December 31st of 2027, 70% of program participants will demonstrate correct hand-washing technique as measured by direct observation. Notice how every SMART criterion is addressed in that single statement. Once you get the hang of spotting each component, this becomes second nature. Now let me show you the difference side by side so you can really see how powerful a well-written SMART objective is compared to a vague one. On the left, we have weak objectives that you will commonly see in poorly designed programs. The statement "increase physical activity" is vague. It does not tell us who should increase activity, by how much, or by when. Now look at the SMART version on the right. By June 2027, 60% of participants will walk 30 minutes daily. This tells us the deadline, the target percentage, the population, and the specific behavior. See how much clearer that is? Similarly, improved nutrition knowledge is unmeasurable. The SMART version specifies that after the workshop, 80% will score 70% or higher on the nutrition quiz. Now we know the time frame, the measurement tool, and the standard for success. On the exam, you will almost certainly encounter questions asking you to identify which objective is properly written using the SMART format. The most common error in non-SMART objectives is missing the measurable component or the time-bound component. Always scan for a number and a deadline. If both are present along with a specific population and behavior, you are likely looking at a SMART objective. And here's a quick strategy I want to give you for exam day. Read each answer choice and mentally check off each SMART letter. If any letter is missing, that option is not a complete SMART objective and you can eliminate it immediately. That approach will save you time and boost your accuracy. Now let us go over the most common errors that health educators make when writing objectives, because knowing what to avoid is just as important as knowing what to do. These errors frequently appear as distractors on the exam, so understanding them gives you a real edge. The first and most common error is missing the time frame. Without a deadline, an objective has no urgency and cannot be evaluated on schedule. The second error is using vague, unmeasurable verbs like understand, appreciate, or be aware of. These verbs describe internal mental states that cannot be directly observed or measured. Instead, use action verbs like identify, demonstrate, list, or describe. The third error is setting targets that are unrealistic. Claiming that 100% of a population will change a behavior within 30 days is not achievable and signals poor planning. The fourth error is writing activities instead of outcomes, and this one is important. An activity describes what the health educator will do, such as conduct 3 workshops. An outcome describes what the participants will achieve as a result of those activities. The fifth error is forgetting to specify who is expected to change. A good objective always names the priority population or target group. For instance, saying participants will increase physical activity is better than simply saying physical activity will increase, because it specifies who is expected to change. When you encounter an exam question about objectives, systematically check for each SMART criterion. The answer choice that addresses all 5 components is almost always correct. You have got a really strong handle on this now, and these objective writing skills are going to be incredibly useful in your professional work, not just on the exam. Read the scenario stem aloud. Give students 30 seconds to consider options before advancing. The correct answer is A. Option A is the only choice that meets all 5 SMART criteria. It is specific about who and what, measurable with a percentage and indicator, achievable with a realistic target, relevant to nutrition, and time-bound with a deadline. Option B uses the unmeasurable verb understand. Option C describes an activity rather than an outcome. Option D lacks a time frame and measurable indicators. Summarize the key takeaways